Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And this video I'm going to be showing you everything that can be put into a flower pot in Minecraft 1.17. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. So as of Minecraft 1.17 there are actually 31 different items you can put inside of flower pots. And I will show you all of them in this video, and some of them even have some special unique abilities. Alright, so here we go. Of course, there are a lot of obvious ones here as well that probably everybody knows you can put in flower pots already, like a lot of the flowers. But there are definitely also some here that you probably didn't know you could put inside of flower pots. So first of all, there are the flowers, the one tall flowers. So there's the Dandelion, the Poppy, the Blue Orchid, the Allium, the Azure Bluet, and all four colors of Tulip, so red, orange, white and pink. Next there's the Oxeye Daisy, the Cornflower, the Lily of the Valley and the Wither Rose. So these are all the flowers you can put inside of flower pots. You can't put any of the double hive flowers in there, so no sunflower, no lilac, no rosebush and no peony. And the Wither Rose also has something special because of course, normally if you place down a Wither Rose, and if you are in survival, you will get the wither effect and start taking damage if you stand on top of the wither rose. But this effect doesn't occur if you go into survival mode and stand on top of a wither rose inside of a flower pot. They are completely harmless and won't damage you in any way. Then apart from these 13 flowers, there are also the saplings that can be put into flower pots. So the Oak Sapling, the Spruce Sapling, the Birch Sapling, the Jungle Sapling and the Acacia Sapling. Along with, of course, the Dark Oak Sapling. So these are the 6 saplings for the 6 overworld type of trees. And you can put all of these in flower pots. And of course, the trees will not grow if the saplings are within these flower pots. And this is also a nice way to get these sapling textures without having to worry about a tree growing. Then similarly to the saplings, there are also mushrooms, which of course, if you bone meal them, turn into large mushrooms. Similar to if you bone meal a sapling, they turn into a tree. So yes, you can also put the red and brown mushrooms into flower pots. And then we get to some of the more interesting items you can put into flower pots. Some of these I didn't know you could do. So first of all, there's the fern. You can put a fern in a flower pot, but you can't put the large fern inside of a flower pot. Neither can you put tall grass or normal grass in a flower pot. You can put a dead bush in there. And also another item you find within the desert you can put into a flower pot. Yes, a cactus can also be put into a flower pot, which might not seem very obvious because the normal cactus is of course way larger than a normal flower pot, but it just slims it down to this very slim cactus. And just like with the wither rose we saw before, if you stand on top of a cactus in a flower pot in survival, you won't get damaged by it like you do when you stand on top of a normal cactus. So just 7 left here, and the next is bamboo. You can also put bamboo in a flower pot, and it also always has this one twig on top of it. And so it's pretty unique as it actually doesn't look like the original item, because if you place down a normal bamboo, it will look like this, and only if you bone meal it, like this, will it grow into the texture you see within the flower pot. So I'm not quite sure why the bamboo sapling like this isn't shown up in a flower pot, because that would also be a nice texture to be able to save. Then we have 2 items you will only be able to put into flower pots in 1.17. Of course 1.17 is right around the corner. And these are already available in the pre-releases. So we have the normal Azalea. You can put these in a flower pot and they're actually very large. So we can see all the different textures here. We can see that the Azalea texture is pretty large compared to the other ones. And the same is true for the flowering Azalea. Looks exactly the same as the normal Azalea, only has a couple of these flowers within it. And then the last 4 items you can put inside of flower pots are all related to the nether. They are the crimson fungus, the warped fungus, the crimson roots and the warped roots. And this warped fungus actually has a unique feature because a warped fungus inside of a flower pot will repel hoglins. So if you summon a hoglin over here, of course it will turn to a zoglin, but if you put a warped fungus into a flower pot, we'll see that the hoglin runs away from it. So this is fairly odd because all the other items here, like the cactus, like the wither rose, lose their normal abilities when put into a flower pot. But this cannot be said for the warped fungus because it can still repel hoglins. And if you want to take an item out of a flower pot, just right click it and get the item immediately back into your inventory, also in survival mode, which is a fairly unique feature that most other blocks with interactions don't actually have. So for example, if we have a sweet berry bush and we want to take the berries from the sweet berry bush by right clicking, they will pop off like this and you have to pick them up. This is how most of the Minecraft blocks work that have interactions, but flower pots, they just bring the item automatically back into your inventory. So you can't switch them out like this, you have to first get the item back and then you can put a new item back in there. And also if you try to pick block a flower pot, it won't work, you will get the item within it. So the pick block works the same as right click, except for that it leaves the flower in there. So we can get a flower pot by removing the item and then pick blocking, and then we can get the flower pot back. Also, if you're worried about the cactus actually destroying items when it's in a flower pot, there is no need to worry, because as you can see, if you throw items at this cactus inside the flower pot, it doesn't destroy them. So there we go, those are all the items you can put inside of flower pots. Please let me know in the comments down below if you knew about all of these items already, or if you've learned something new. Of course, this can still change because future updates might add more items that you can place in flower pots, but these are all the items you can place in flower pots in Minecraft 1.17. So there we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one. I want to thank my tier 3 members, the Smikkelaar and Chong 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 Chong. Thank you so much for becoming tier 3 members. If you also want to become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope to see you in the next one. So until then, bye bye.